Abend, meinen Damen and Herren. Bonjour tout le monde. Rickenbacker, push. Yes, I speak many different languages. Useful when going abroad, but I find I can usually get by with English. Oh yeah, but it's not just English that unites the countries of Europe. No, it's music. So fill your Alpenhorn with Stilton, wrap your camembert in vine leaves, punch a bull in the face, and come with me, for we're Eurovision bound.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
It's now time for a certain amount of light entertainment with music.
Yes, tonight we celebrate 45 years of Eurovision, a contest which has seen Austrians go arse about face like their politicians and people from Belgium do dreadful things in their purple flares. It's a celebration of the good, the bad, and, well, you get the picture.
I will not hear a word against the Eurovision Song Contest.
You are the maid of my life.
Katie. Still, stop sniggering at the back. You try writing a song to enchant a continent.
Will we do the lyrics first, or will we do the music?
Let's do the lyrics, and then we can fit the tune around it.
Right, here we go.
It is the best entertainment, isn't it? Even though the quality is poor of the songs and so forth, but still it does have something which makes it, you know, in most countries, one of the biggest programs of the year.
600 million people are looking at you. It's quite something to take on board.
Where are we? A rock bottom tragedy. We got 'em every day. What do we rub it on?
Yes, we British have always played our part in the horror that is Eurovision. We may not want their food or their currency, but this proud nation has always embraced a festival that for half a century has brought nation unto nation like demented, inbred brothers and sisters of so-called song.
It is something which actually was conceived to foster peace.
Here are the results of the Austrian jury. Germany, 1 point.
Heavens to Murgatroyd.
Germany, 1 point.
They'll probably invade Austria now next week.
A little love, a little giving to build a dream.
Ah, would that the Germans only won this European Championship. And sadly, the country that sent a band called Genghis Khan to compete in Israel haven't qualified for tonight's top 10. Well, I say sadly, for once our Teutonic chums haven't racked up enough points and they've paid the penalty. Ha! Other notable absentees are the Italians. They may have come up with this Eurovision classic, but this is a nation who twice refused to compete in the competition because they thought it was rubbish. In this show, there's nil points for snooty signors. Instead, we've divided points by appearances, awarded win bonuses, and come up with the definitive top 10 nations in Eurovision history. Yes, it's that exciting. And there's shock and horror for some of the business-called show's brightest stars. Who was the continental crooning love machine, the Titanic diva, and the really great actress, Honest, who graced the Eurovision stage in a state that today, frankly, beggars belief. Tonight, we tell all. French politicians have called it a monument to drivel, and they may be right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Eurovision.
It's a triumph of bad taste, bad music, schlock and kitsch. And it's what makes it wonderful for us. What makes it wonderful for the Europeans is they think it's a song contest.
We start with a nation that remained neutral during the war. And I know what you're thinking. How can a country stand by and watch an evil dictatorship overrun its neighbours? Well, think of the gold. It's snowy, and goats are revered as having special powers. So, share with me now a Toblerone or two of Swiss pop nougat.
In Italy, for 30 years under the Borgias, they had warfare, terror, murder, and bloodshed, but they produced Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, and the Renaissance. In Switzerland, they had brotherly love. They had 500 years of democracy and peace, and what did that produce? The cuckoo clock.
Hi, I'm Peter Reber. I'm from Switzerland. Actually, it was Switzerland who won the first Eurovision Song Contest.
Refrain couleur du ciel, parfum de mes 20 ans, jardin plein de soleil, où je courais enfant. I was the only Swiss entertainer, singer, possible to defend the country.
Lucky then that it's always been neutral.
I had the best orchestra, the best, really best song, the best lyrics, of course, yes. I was very happy with that.
But despite her inaugural triumph, Swiss Miss Liss's follow-up efforts in 57 and 58 went unappreciated. And after that, Switzerland's fortunes went sharply downhill. As far downhill as you can get. But waiting in the wings were Peter's friends.
I saw these two guys singing there. I told them, why don't we join up and make a trio like Peter, Paul, Mary, let's become Peter, Sue and Mark. And that's how it all started.
And with their thought-provoking lyrics, they were bound to be onto a good thing.
Peter, Sue, Hund, Mark. Instead of und, you add an H, and then you have Hund, which in German means dog.
Alas, they only came 12th. But as the old saying goes, if at first you don't succeed, try again.
I realized it was a great chance to be, to sing in front of an audience of 500 million people without having to pay the cost of a marketing campaign.
And sometimes you can see him on the sidewalk with little boys and girls around his feet. When Jumbo Jumbo plays his barrel organ, children call it circus in the street.
In '77, I wrote a song for a group, the Pepe Lienhardt Band, called Swiss Lady.
Sie ist meine Swiss Lady, dich ein Mann aus den Bergen.
Obviously, Spit the Dog was unavailable that night.
And I introduced the Alphorn into pop music. Some people who are purists, they hated it because they said you can't do that with Swiss folk music. But I think music is fun. Everything is allowed. In '79 in Jerusalem, that was a fabulous thing because I joined up with 3 musicians, Puri Gorps and Kniri, which made trash music with, water, garden hoses, with bottle openers, plastic bags, trash bags. And when we arrived in Israel, the security people wouldn't believe these were instruments. People didn't like it too much because